Good afternoon, children.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
How many of you didn't revise the previous day's portions? Is there anyone who came without revising? All have
No, ma'am.
revised? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So, tell me what is the name of the layer found above the epidermis? There is a layer found above the epidermis. What do you call it? Prajot, what do you call? Vishnu. Vishnu said no?
Cuticle.
Who said the answer? Vishnu. Was that Vishnu?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. So that is known as cuticle. And cuticle, what is speciality of this cuticle? What are the properties? Hadidi, what is special about cuticle?
It is made up of
Correct, cutin.
cutin.
And what type of layer is it?
It protects from preventing loss of water.
Yes, but tell me the feature. What are the characteristics? How do they look like? Or what are the properties? Yes.
Water resistant.
Waxy, very good, very good. Yes, good. Waxy, water resistant layer covering the epidermis. And you know that epidermis is the outermost layer covering the entire plant body and protecting it, isn't it? So some more features of this epidermis we will be learning. So first we are going to learn about stomata. I think in lower classes you have learned about stomata. These are some small pores scattered in the epidermis, especially on the surface of the leaf. Scattered in between the epidermis of the leaf, you can see small openings. And those are known as stomata. So we will learn more about stomata and its functions today. Okay. Okay. So the minute pores present on the epidermis of the leaf are called stomata. Singular word for stomata is stoma. Stoma means just one opening. Stomata means many opening. Stoma is singular and stomata is plural. Okay. So the minute pores, if you are asked what are stomata, you will say these are the minute, small pores. You can see them only with the help of a microscope. Just by looking at a leaf, you cannot make out these pores present. They are so minute that you can see them only with the help of a microscope. The minute pores present on the epidermis of the leaf are known as stomata. So here you can see a microscopic view of stomata. So the surface of the leaf you can find, and scattered in the epidermis you can find small openings. Just 1 minute, children. Small openings are found and you call them as stomata. These openings are known as stomata. That's a microscopic view of the leaf epidermis where you can find an enlarged picture of stomata. And these are regulated, or their opening and closing of these pores are controlled by two cells. And the speciality of these two cells is that they look like kidneys. We all have a pair of kidneys. Why do we have kidneys? Why do we need kidneys? No answer. You don't know why kidneys are needed? You all have kidneys. Yes or no? Yes. What is the function of kidney in your body?
Purification.
Blood will be purified and forms urine. Okay. So these are looking like, or these two cells which are controlling the opening and closing of stomata. They look like kidney and you call them as guard cells. So here in the picture you can find the two guard cells, and in the first picture you can find the is, or the stoma is open. The pore is in the open state. In the second case, you can find it is closed. This opening and closing is regulated by a pair of kidney-shaped cells. You call it as guard cell. These are guard cells. Guard cells regulate the opening and closing of stomata. Guard cells regulate the opening and closing of stomata. And why do we need these openings, or what is the significance of these openings in plants? It helps in the exchange of gases. There are different gases. Which are the gases that need to be exchanged, Adi? What all gases are getting exchanged? Adidev?
Carbon dioxide and oxygen.
Carbon dioxide, oxygen, anything else? One more gas?
Water.
In the form of, what is the gaseous form of
Nitrogen.
water?
Nitrogen.
No,
Nitrogen.
wait. What I asked is the gaseous form of water. Water, if
Water
it
vapor.
forms, that's it. Water vapor, oxygen, carbon dioxide, and water vapor will move across these pores. So it helps in the exchange. It helps in the exchange of gases. The plant will exchange the gases with the atmosphere with the help of these openings. So once again, we will see what are stomata and the name of the cells which control the opening and closing and function. There are 3 points you need to learn from this slide. So the first one is, what are stomata? Stomata are minute pores. Where are they present? Present on the epidermis of the leaf. These are minute pores scattered on leaf epidermis. Point number 2. The name of the cells that regulate the opening and closing of stomata. They are known as guard cells. And next one, function of stomata, main function. It helps in the exchange of gases like oxygen, carbon dioxide, and even water vapor. Hope these 3 points are clear. So we will move on to the next one. So next we are going to learn about a very important process taking place through the stomata. You call it as transpiration. What is transpiration? The loss of water in the form of water vapor from the surface of leaves. If you want, you can add over there through stomata. Once again, the loss of water in the form of water vapor from the surface of leaves. So once again, transpiration is the loss of water in the form of water vapor from the surface of leaves through stomata. Through stomata, if you want, you can add to be more specific. So what is transpiration? Transpiration is the loss of water in the form of water vapor from the surface of leaves. Okay. So once again, so you can break the sentence into different parts. Loss of water in the form of water vapor from the surface of leaves, and if you want, you can add through stomata. So that is the definition for transpiration. Is it clear, children? So if you are asked to define transpiration, you will write it is the loss of water in the form of water vapor from the surface of leaves through stomata. Now moving on to the functions of stomata. Let's see what are the different functions of, transpiration. Why it is essential. Why transpiration need to be carried out. 2 points are given. First one is that transpiration, it will help in transporting water and minerals. First point, transpiration helps in transporting water and minerals to different parts of the plant. Okay, with the help of the picture, I'll explain it. Just 1 minute, children. Okay, so here you can find a potted plant and water is being absorbed by the roots, and from here, see, you can see an enlarged picture where you can find water moving out through the stomata. Water is escaping out in the form of water vapor. So as more and more water is escaping from the surface of the leaves, what will happen? More and more water will be absorbed by the roots and it will be transported to all parts of the plant. So transpiration, since transpiration is taking place, it will help in transporting water and minerals to different parts of the plant. But if transpiration is too much also, it is not good for the plant. It can dry up the plant. Too much water is lost. It can result in the plant to get dried up. So long as sufficient water is there in the soil, as more and more water escapes out, more and more water will be absorbed. Okay, so transpiration helps in conducting water and minerals to different parts of the plant. See, just take the case of you have a glass full of water, okay, some juice or something, and you have a straw, isn't it? And you are taking water, or you're drinking this juice from using the straw. As more and more water you are taking in, more and more water will rise into the straw, isn't it? Till the water in the glass is completely empty, you will keep on drinking. So same is the case. So when more and more transpiration takes place, more and more water and minerals will be absorbed from the soil and gets transported to different parts of the plant. Now let's see what is the next function of transpiration. So function number 2. Okay, if any point you need me to repeat, I will do that. So let me complete the next function. Next function is, it will help in regulating the temperature of the plant. It will regulating the temperature of the plant body. Now you might be thinking how it is happening. We also perform this mechanism, but by a different name. We all sweat. When do we sweat? When it is very cold outside, do we sweat? No. We sweat only when the temperature is very high. During the summer season, we sweat a lot. And after sweating, your body feels cool. It's your body's own mechanism to cool your body and to regulate your body temperature, that is 37 degrees Celsius. So when you are sweating, some heat is being removed from your body for evaporating the sweat, and your body gets cooled. So same is the case here. When transpiration takes place, when water gets converted into water vapor, so for that heat is needed. So when this happens, the heat of the plant body will get reduced and the plant will cool down, or it will help in cooling down the plant or regulating the temperature of the plant. Okay, so once again, I'll repeat these 3 points. So we learned 3 points. Which are the 3 points? We learned what is transpiration and what are the 2 functions. So transpiration, I'll repeat again, it's a loss of water. How? In the form of water vapor. Through where? From the surface of leaves through the stomata. From the surface of leaves through the stomata. Then we learn 2 functions of transpiration. Transpiration helps in conducting water and minerals to different parts of the plant. It helps in conducting water and minerals to different parts of the plant. Then second function. Second function is that it will regulate the temperature of the, it will help in regulating the temperature of the plant. When water gets evaporated, it will help in cooling down the plant, regulating the temperature of the plant. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Children, shall we continue? Understood? Oh, Adidev is sipping tea, enjoying tea also, no? Was that tea? No problem, you can, no problem. Okay. So who is going to tell me all the points one by one? I'm not calling out any name. Now I'll come to know who is listening really, or who is forced to listen. From the way you respond, I'll come to know. Waiting. Let me see who all. I need the points from stomata. From stomata till what we covered. Yes, Adil, you can start. Adil, raise the hand. By mistake or?
Ma'am,
Ah.
the minute pores present on the epidermis of the leaf are stomata.
Yes, good, very good. But why don't you show your face? And then what else we learned about stomata, Rose?
Stomata is enclosed by 2 kidney-shaped cells called guard cells.
And what is the role of these guard cells, Rose? They'll control.
The opening and closing of stomata.
Good. And Melvin will tell me the function of stomata. My voice is low. My voice is low. Somebody respond. Surya, get ready.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, Melvin, tell me what is the function of stomata? Melvin, are you there? I cannot. Melvin, you are here. Function of stomata. Melvin. Function of stomata. Can't hear Melvin.
Can you say it again?
Function, stomata. What function do they perform? Stomata.
Function.
Yeah.
Function of stomata.
Yes. Why plants need stomata?
Stomata. They are necessary for exchange of gases with the atmosphere.
Good. Okay. Surya, what is transpiration? Surya is feeling sleepy? Got up from sleep now?
No, ma'am, I'm not feeling well.
Oh, you. What happened? Cold?
Yes, ma'am.
You heard? Will you be able to answer? Make it try. Try. Surya, what is transpiration? No reading. You get ready, I will ask you. If you can say the answer without looking, you can. Otherwise, I will give others a chance. Many are waiting to say the answer. Yes?
No.
Yes, Surya.
Transpiration, loss of water in the form of water vapor.
From where? From where?
From the leaf.
From the surface of leaves. Where it is written on the screen? Is it written on the screen?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Sincerely saying no, then it is okay. Hadi Amin. What are the functions of transpiration? First function. One function you will say, Hadi.
Yes, ma'am.
Smile, no. Why so unhappy face? Always it's like this, Hadi?
No.
Are you compelled to attend the class? No. Your parents forced, you were playing and they said, go attend the class. Yes?
No, ma'am.
But from your smile, I think that is the reason. Okay, tell the answer.
Transpiration helps in the conduction of water and minerals
To where? To different parts of the plant. Okay. Second function. Hey, Steve. Savio. Oh, wait, Hey, Steve. Savio, first show your face and then tell the answer.
When I on my video, I am not able to hear you.
You check with that, okay? Find out what is the few days you are getting holidays. So see that if you can rectify it, it will be better for both of us. Okay, anyway, tell the answer.
It also regulates the temperature of the plant.
Okay, good. So we'll continue. Okay, next we are moving on to our new topic, that is cork tissue. I know you are not familiar with the term cork tissue. You are hearing it for the first time. Am I right? Have you heard about cork tissue before? No. Okay. Let's see what is this cork tissue. So far we were learning about epidermis. Epidermis found on the outermost layer. Epidermis is found on the outermost layer. Okay. And they form or they provide protection. That is what I was teaching you so far, isn't it? But as the plant grows older, when the plant, especially in the case of trees, as the plant grows older and older, as the plant grows older and older, the outer protective tissue or the epidermis will undergo some changes. I hope you understood what I meant. Usually in a plant, the outermost layer is made up of epidermis. But as the plant is growing older, in the case of trees and all, this epidermis will be replaced by another tissue. It undergoes some changes, and this will be replaced by a tissue known as secondary meristem. I'll repeat once again. As the plant grows older, secondary meristem will replace the epidermis. Under normal conditions, what is present? Normally, epidermis is protecting the plant. Epidermis is found on the outermost layer, outer layer, and provides protection. But as the plant is growing older, this will get replaced by another tissue known as secondary meristem. Now let's see what is secondary meristem. Already you know what are meristems. What are meristems? Anybody is remembering what are meristems? Can anyone tell the most important property of meristematic tissues? Anybody?
They are actively dividing tissues.
Very good, very good. Excellent, Nirupama. You are remembering all that. Meristems are actively dividing cells. But these cells formed by meristematic tissue, they will gradually lose their ability to divide. Then what do they become? First, let me have some recapitulation of that. Meristems, as Nirupama said, these are actively dividing cells. And we learned that the cells formed by meristematic tissue, they gradually lose their ability to divide, and they form what?
Permanent tissues.
Yes, permanent tissues. Which are the two types of permanent tissues?
Simple and complex.
Simple and complex.
Simple and complex. Already we completed simple. 3 types: parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. Now complex is remaining, which we will learn. But sometimes the permanent tissues can regain their ability to divide. Usually the cells of meristematic tissue, when they lose their ability to divide, they become permanent tissues. But sometimes these permanent tissues, not all, some of the permanent tissues can regain their ability to divide, and then we call them as secondary meristem. Okay, so hope you understood about secondary meristem and all. You will be learning more in your higher classes. Once you come to 11th standard, you have a detailed description of all these. So secondary meristem will replace the epidermis. Now what is next? Now, what is the role of secondary meristem? The secondary meristem, they will undergo division. They keep on dividing and they form a mass of cells. They form several layers. So, secondary meristem, they start dividing and they form a group of different layers of cells. They form a mass of cells which will be in different layers, and that is known as the cork or the bark of the tree. So beginning I told, normally the outermost layer of a plant is covered by epidermis. But as the plant grows older, epidermis will be replaced by secondary meristem. And what the secondary meristem will do? They will keep on dividing. And what do they form? They keep on dividing and they form many layered cork tissue or the bark tissue. Okay, this much I hope you have understood. Now what we are going to learn is the features. What are the different features of the cork cells? These are made up of dead cells. First point about cork cells. These are dead. Point number 2. They are compactly arranged without any intercellular space. Point number 3. In the walls of these cork cells, there is a substance. You call it as suberin. You call it as suberin. And the suberin, why? What is the advantage of having suberin? Suberin will make the cork cells impervious to gases and water. Impervious means impermeable. Or else you can say, because of suberin, gases or even water cannot move across these cells, and they provide maximum protection. And that was point number 3. This was point number 3 about suberin. Okay, so once again, we will summarize all the points and after that we'll wind up our session for today. We started with cork tissue and I told that normally a plant will be, the outermost layer of the plant will be covered with epidermis. But as the plant grows older, it will be replaced by what, children? It will be replaced by what? Secondary. Do respond. Secondary.
Meristem.
Meristem. And what is the role of secondary meristem? They divide rapidly and they form several layered thick cork or bark of the tree. You can see in the picture. You know what is meant by bark of the tree. You're familiar with that. You have seen the bark of the tree. Okay. Then I told you about the features of the cork cells. 3 points we discussed. Point number 1, these are dead cells, made up of dead cells. Point to be noted, cork tissue consists of dead cells. Point number 2, they are very compactly means very closely arranged, without any gap in between, without any intercellular space. Point number 3, they contain a substance known as suberin in their walls and they are impervious to gases and water, which makes it impervious means impermeable. So because of the suberin, water or gas cannot pass through the cork cells, which provide maximum protection. Okay, cork tissue is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Children, you respond because only when you respond, I'll come to know whether you're following or not. All have understood? I'm ready to repeat. Arjun, you understood? So many thumbs up. Thank you, children. So I'll start with Arjun. Now, don't think that it's better not to respond. Once we respond, she'll be asking us questions. But once I ask you the question, you will memorize it better. Arjun, shall we start from the beginning about cork tissue? First point. Arjun.
As plants grow older, the outer protective tissue undergoes certain changes.
Now look at me and say. Don't look. You say what you have understood. What is the point in reading? That even I can read, no? I know you can say.
As plants grow older, the outer protective
but your eyes are
layers
again going into the notes.
undergo certain changes.
Okay, who else will continue? Nobody is confident to say. My energy just wasted. No use. Who is going to tell the next point? Yes. Anybody? Prajod.
A strip of secondary meristem replaces the epidermis of the stem.
Wonderful. Okay. Who is saying next? I'm not going to call out any names.
Cells on the outer are cut off from the layer.
Or else you simply say secondary meristem will form several layered. What do they form, Adil? What do you call the tissue formed by them? The topic. What is the topic?
Cork tissues.
They form several layered cork tissue. Now what? What are the features? 3 points are there. We learned 3 points about cork tissue or cells of cork tissue. You can take turns. I'm not going to compel anyone. You can take turns and say. Yes.
Cork cells are dead.
They are made up of dead cells. Then
Compactly arranged.
They are compactly arranged without any
intercellular spaces.
Yes. Then last point. Last point. Nobody knows. Nobody understood last point.
They also have a chemical called suberin.
Suberin. Okay, enough. What is the advantage of having suberin? Who is going to say next? Advantage of having suberin. You know. Surya, if you're not well, you may leave. No problem. If you're not well, you can leave.
No problem, ma'am.
Okay. Tell me what is the role of the suberin? Children, only your classmates and your teacher is there. Don't hesitate. Tell the answer. What is the role of suberin? Is it because you don't know you're saying, or you don't want to, you're so lazy that I have to unmute, then I have to move my lips? Fia, you don't know the answer? Fia, don't you know the answer?
Yes, ma'am.
This is what I said. You know, but very lazy. Lips need to be moved. I have to take my hands and touch on the unmute button. Okay, say the answer. Let me hear.
They also have a chemical called suberin,
Hmm.
and in their walls that make them impervious.
To what? Impervious to two substances. Which are those two substances, Fia? Which are those two substances? Who will help her? Vishnu?
Gases and water.
Gases and water. Fia, complete the sentence. Complete the sentence.
They also have a chemical called suberin in their wall that makes them impervious to gases and water.
Yes, good. Any doubt, children? Shall we wind up? Yes?
Ma'am.
Okay, so once you come back after your Onam vacation, or on 1 week, I think you are getting as holidays. So after that, when you come, you will have to come prepared for an MCQ test, a class test, till where we have completed. Agreed? And I'll be giving a project work to do. I'll tell you when to submit, because as per CBSE, you are asked to, teachers are asked to give a particular topic as project from the deleted topics. So many of the topics are deleted from your textbook. So based on that, I'll be forwarding within 1 or 2 days. So start doing, I'll tell you the time, when to submit, the day to submit, okay? So I wish all of you a happy Onam in advance. Enjoy well. Then
Happy Onam.
enjoying,
Happy Onam.
thank you, thank you. So enjoying Onam means strictly at home, no? We are not able to go outside, but still we will have a fun time together tomorrow. When is your time? I will also join. When is the time?
10:45.
10:45, I think even I have. Okay. Thank you, children.